Okay, so this is part 2 of Les Adjectifs Possessifs. I pressed stop and not pause on my first video, so here we are with part 2 because I don't want to do that whole thing again. So what we are going to do on the practice sheets that I'm going to attach for you is you are going to have to determine how to say specific things with possessive adjectives, with mon ami, ton tate, etc. So what I did is I've given you some vocabulary. So we have le crayon is the word for pencil, and it has a le in front of it, so it means it's masculine. La porte is the word for door, and la being in front of it means the word for door is feminine. And then I picked headphones. So les écouteurs is the word for headphones, and because they are a plural word, we are not concerned as to whether or not they're feminine or masculine. Okay? So on the exercises I'm going to give you, you're going to do this exact thing. So I have given you my headphones. How would I say my headphones? Well, I look at my vocabulary and my word for headphones is écouteur. Okay? So, sorry, I'm terrible at videoing. So I'm going to write out écouteur first, leave myself a little space. Okay, so I just wrote out écouteur. And now I need to determine which form of my am I going to use for my plural product. Okay, so my plural product, is it going to be mon, ma, or mes? Well, it's going to be mes. So I'm going to put mes right there. So my headphones becomes mes écouteurs. The second one, I want you to try and figure out how to say your, and the informal form door, or the to form door. So the word for door is la porte, and it is feminine because it has la in front. Okay, so I'm going to write down the word for door, which is porte. Okay, and then I'm going to figure out how to say the your that would be appropriate. So I'm looking for the informal ones, which is going to be ton tate, and so I'm looking for the feminine form of your. So that's going to be ton, no. Is it going to be ta? Yes, it's going to be ta porte. So your door. So ta porte. Okay, the next one I have is his door. Now, I picked this to be a little bit tricky because we get caught up in the owner of the product, but instead we are actually worrying about the product itself. So the word for door, just like we just finished doing, is feminine, and it's porte. So we're going to write porte. Okay? Now I need to know which form of his or her am I going to use to say that it's his door. So am I going to use son, sa, or ses? Now, we're tempted to say son because it's his, but we don't actually care about that. We just care about the door. The door is feminine, so we're going to use sa porte. Comme ça, sa porte. Okay? The last one I gave you is pencil, and we want to say our pencil. So looking at my vocabulary, I have le crayon. So le crayon means that it is masculine. So the word for pencil is crayon. So I'm going to write that down, crayon. Okay. And then I'm going to determine which form of our am I going to use for le crayon to say our. So is it going to be notre, or no? Obviously, notre and notre are the same. One of them's feminine, one of them's masculine, makes no difference, but they're the singular ones, so that's what we're going to choose. We're going to have notre crayon. Notre crayon. Okay, so hopefully this was informative, and obviously watch it a few times in order to help yourselves understand this concept. This concept is going to come up in the project that I'm going to assign to you next week. So I would like very much for you to do the practice that I'm going to put out there for you, and then I will probably put one out there for you as a check, like a quiz, so that we can, see how you're doing, and then this will get used in the project we do next week. Okay? Au revoir, mes amis.